MovieWeb.com.
Peter, as you know, I love you.
Are you breaking up with me?
We're leading different lives. It's like you're standing on the dock and I'm in the lake.
Sarah, I swear to God, I'll jump in the lake like a merman.
Do you want to put some clothes on?
Would you like to pick out the outfit that you break up with me in?
Sexy crime fighter Sarah Marshall's been spotted cozying up to singer and notorious Lothario Aldous Snow.
She's dating somebody. And until I do the same thing, I'm gonna feel like I want to die. I think that went really well.
Are you crying?
I had sex with this woman who I barely even know. I'm really scared that I have an STD, Doc.
Peter, I'm a pediatrician. Have you noticed you're sitting on a fire truck?
So how did you become the pitch hitter for the Apatow team?
The pitch hitter? I don't know, man. It's been pretty cool. I feel pretty lucky.
Well, it has been pretty cool. It's always exciting to see you in these projects. How did you fall into this group of people?
I honestly, I did a movie, You, Me, and Dupree. It was my first movie, and I met Seth Rogen on it, and he and I liked the same comic books. And that is really the whole reason I got into here. Is just like, had nothing to do with my acting ability or anything like that. It was mostly just we like the same comic books and stuff.
Now, which comic books are you guys trading back and forth?
We were talking about Sandman at the time. I'm a big Neil Gaiman fan, and so we talked about that. But yeah, he's got me into like, you know, cool Marvel stuff and you know, and yeah, I mean, that was it. We just talked about comic books, him and Evan Goldberg, and like literally talked about comic books, and then they said, hey, you should play a cop in this movie we wrote, Superbad, and just went from there.
Have you been knocking on doors trying to get into the Sandman movie? I mean, that sounds like something you
Man, I would love to be in the Sandman movie. I don't know, man. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I know, but I've met Neil Gaiman. That's been the coolest thing, was just to be able to meet him and know
Did you see him at Comic-Con or something?
No, I was in an interview where I just talked about it, how much the Sandman books were like, I got very superstitious about them when I was like auditioning for SNL, and anytime I had read a Neil Gaiman book or had one with me, I advanced in the audition process at SNL, and so I got very superstitious with it. So when I actually did my audition, I had a copy of Neverwhere in my back pocket. Like, I was really like, you know, and so I talked about that in an interview, and he was like, oh, let's meet. And he's like an incredibly generous, nice person. We sat and had coffee, and I mean, yeah, it was amazing. He was like the nicest guy.
I was gonna say, is it having Neverwhere in your back pocket kind of like having Catcher in the Rye? Is that like the 20th century version of that?
I didn't kill anybody. I got a show, so it's a little different.
Yeah, it's kind of along the same, similar metaphors.
Yeah, weirdness.
Now, did they have you shoot like in a hotel room here? Or
no, I did not get to come to Hawaii, which bummed me out. But it was all right. It was okay. I got to hang out in LA, and you know, now I get to be here, which is cool.
You got to do one of the coolest things, was work with the Jim Henson puppeteers on this.
I got to work with, a lot of the same people who were like on Team America and, you know, the Jim Henson Company and stuff like that, and so that was fun. And then we got to like, I got to learn how to, we did like for 3 days, and it never got old. I was so happy doing that puppet musical.
I was gonna say,
it was so much fun.
Did they put you through like puppet boot camp?
They had a puppeteer come to like my hotel room and show me how to like do, and it's like very intricate. It's hard, and we had to like sing, and it's a difficult process. But by the end of it, I felt very comfortable with the puppet, and I felt like it was very much like an extension of me, and I could sit there and like, you kind of like, without even realizing it, will, you know, when you turn, you'll turn your puppet head and stuff like that. And
well, having done that, that seems like you'd be a natural to be in the movie he's working on, the Muppet movie.
Yeah, I asked Jason about that, and he said no.
No, why not? Come on.
I don't know. He said something about me not being naked in it, and
I want to see you and Kermit.
I know, me and Kermit naked.
You and Fozzie actually would be a good team.
Yeah, and I did Animal on SNL. I could do a good Animal. How did he get that job?
Animal?
No, Jason doing Muppets.
I was gonna say, well, because he worked with the puppeteers on this, and
they
he
said
had an
bring
idea.
him in. God.
Yeah, he showed him an idea.
Bastard.
I guess.
A lucky bastard.
It sounds cool.
Yeah, I know. What a jerk.
Oh, what a jerk. So
mad.
Do you have to deal with computers a lot, like in this movie, where you're playing on? I was just doing
I'm the most computer illiterate person ever. I have no idea. I just tried iChat for the first time this week. I was in Shreveport, Louisiana, and my wife was in New York, and she's like, oh, let's try the iChat thing. We were just trying to say hello, and I got real frustrated after like 5 minutes and was like, you know what, just call me. Call me, this is dumb.
I was going to say, were you on the video iChat?
Yeah, video iChat.
It's like,
yeah.
nerve-wracking. It's almost like meeting somebody again for the first time.
Where you're just like, yeah, it's all like pixelated and weird, and you're all, I couldn't. I wish it was like the way it is in the movie, where it's very smooth and nice.
Now, what are you working on coming up in the summer?
Well, I just did a small part in Year One, which is another Judd Apatow movie directed by Harold Ramis, which is like one of the coolest things ever, meeting Harold Ramis and working with him. I'm in Pineapple Express and Tropic Thunder, which come out this summer.
Excellent. Yeah. You're in the 2 biggest movies of the summer.
No, I don't
what
know
I hear.
Oh, really? That's fun.
That's a great necklace, Liz. Did you have that a second ago?
Oh, that's gross.